Hello everyone, welcome you all for the next lecture of this course, Selenium with Java. Uh, the module is going on was 2. This is lecture number 16. This is the last lecture of module 2, that is exception handling. Okay. The first module was basics of Java. The second module was Selenium groups. The second module, this is the last topic, exception handling. Let's start now. First, we will understand what is the meaning of exception, then what is the reason of exception, and if exceptions are there, how to handle this, and what are the advantages of exception handling. Then we will see one example and we'll do the practical and against. Okay, so exception handling, exception. Exception means unwanted event. Except, okay, exceptions are always there. We just say the proverb exceptions unwanted event during execution of programming. We don't want any exception. We don't want any unwanted event. So exception is unwanted event during execution of program. When exception occurs, when this happen, what will happen? When the exception will be there, then what will happen? It will stop the normal flow of program. Our normal flow of program will be disturbed. Okay. Our program or application either terminated or behave abnormally. Either your program will disturb, so it will behave abnormally, which means it will not behave according to the program. Is what is desired, it will not behave according to that. Okay. Or it will stop the whole program. Program will not run anyhow. That is called termination. So either program will terminate it or behave abruptly or abnormally. As these exceptions should be handled, that is most important. If you want the output of particular program, the program is very important, but due to some exception, it is not running. That is an exception. And such type of exception should be handled. Okay, that is called exception handling. If exception occurs and how you will handle this exception. That is called exception handling. Now, what is the reasons of exception? Why exceptions can occur? What is the reason of exception? Exceptions can be happen due to maybe a user has entered an invalid data. If data is wrong, then how you will get out? So this can be one of the reasons that users has entered an invalid data. User has entered invalid data. Or a file need to be opened, cannot be found, means that the most important file that you want for the program, but that is missing. Or that is not open. So this can be reason for exception. If exceptions is there, then how to handle this exception? That's for exception handling. If you want to handle exceptions, then what is the advantage? So, with example, you can understand to maintain normal flow of application, we want exception handling. Suppose, for example, there are 8 statements and exception occurs at 3 statements. If exception will not be handled, then remaining statement will not be executed. But after exception handling, all these statements will be executed except the exception. Again, listen. See statement 1, statement 2, statement 3. You are running one by one statement. Statement 1 run, pass, no issues. Statement 2 run, pass, no issue. When you pass statement 3, this stop the function. That is for exception of this. Now your normal flows stop. Now it will hang, it will not work. So if it will not work or it will stop here, then you cannot see the output of 4, 5, 6, 7. The rest, all the statement will not be executed just to this exception. Again, listen carefully. Suppose there are total 8 statements. Okay, and you are running statements sequentially one by one. First statement 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By any means, exception occurs at statement 3. This statement is not executed properly. There is some bug in this program. There are some issues. That is, those issues are called exception. If this statement will not work, then it will not jump to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the statement will not be executed due to exception. If exception will handle, this exception will handle, then all the statement will be executed. That is the main advantage of exception. If exception handling is done, then all the other statement will also get executed. That is the example of exception handling. So then what is advantage? Okay. Now how to handle the exception? We have to use try and catch method. Try and catch block, you can say. Or you can say try and catch method. Okay. So how to use a method catches an exception using try and catch method. If you want to use exception handling in your program, then you have to define try and catch block. And try and catch block is placed around the code that might generate an exception. The code within a try block is referred as protected code. The main code is kept inside try block, that is called protected. See here, this is sentence. Try, then curly braces. This is a try, then catch, curly braces, catch block. In catch block, you have to mention exception name E. In catch block, you have to mention exception name E. Okay. So what is the actual code that will be inside the try block? What will be your actual code? What will be your actual code that is called protected code that will be inside the try. Okay. And if you are, suppose for this example, the exception can occur at the statement 3. This exception will be inside this catch block. Okay, exception name each fix and this class block will mention the what is the exception. Okay. So the code which is prone to exception is placed in try. The code which is prone to is where exception can happen. That place in try block. When exception occurs, that exception is handled by catch block. Okay. Remember, try block never used alone. Okay, and try block should be immediately followed by catch block. Without catch block, try block will not work. And without try block, catch block will not work. Try and catch both will be combination. If you use try block, then you have to use catch block because catch block is also exception. If catch block is there, just before that try block should be there. Try block should be immediately followed by catch block. There should be no code between try and catch. Try block, then immediately you have to read the catch block. For example, in try block, we have mentioned an array. Array type is integer. Name array is A. Here we have mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4. And in CISO command, we are printing A of 5. A of 5, C. The index will start from 0. So A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3. So it will show up to A of 3. But you want A of 5. So this out of bound error. So here this is a try protected code in catch block. Exception E I'm mentioning. See, so out of bound error means if this is not working, so system will not hang. If suppose this protected code is not working, then definitely there will be some exception. They will mention here exception is that it's out of bound error. So if I'll mention A7, A9, A4, okay, that every time means exceptions are there because we have mentioned the array of sizes up to A0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, A of 3. So out of that, we will not show anything. So if you mention exception that this is out of bound error, then at the console you will get this. Otherwise, if you type this without any try catch block, okay, if you type this without any try catch block, then what will happen? Okay, I'm going to in the Eclipse. So come to the Eclipse. I'm sorry. Okay. So see here, uh, I'm creating a new package, section handling. You know, like this exception handling. Okay, exception handling. Here I'm creating a class, new class, or there is no need of doing like that. I will take one simple example. Okay, name example exception handling. Example exception handling. Okay, here I'm using try block. Okay, see here. What is saying? Price over here, catch is over here, public is actually actually I'm typing this without main method. Main method is compulsory. So I'm just deleting it. Again, I'm taking new class, example exception handling. To the main method. Main method is very compulsory already. So here I will write try with a of int size. A of first int, a equals to seven. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in system command, I'm 1 A of 11. Okay, this price I'll type get exception. See, so control space bar. This is out of bounds L. Is out of bound L. Eyes closed. Get is closed. Okay, understood. Here there is no inverted comma. F5, F11, right? Syntax or a token this. Oh, sorry, there should be curly braces. Understood? Is here, insert this. Okay, this try is closed, catch is closed, and this one for main method and one for class. See here. Then I want A of 11, that is 10. If I'll not mention the sketch. Okay, suppose I'm removing the sketch. It will show the error because without catch, try block will not work. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing is if I may keeping in state comment. See, if I type directly this, logically there is no error. We have mentioned this array and we just want ALM. Right. Okay. So index 11 out of bound for line 5, here it is showing here. I'm taking a simple example. Okay. Sometimes we will not get anything at the consonants. So for that exception, and this is the only one statement, just like in the example I explained, there are 8 statements and exception occurs at statement number 3, then other statement will not execute. Similarly here. Now one more example and take suppose int A, comma B, comma C. Okay, and C equals to A by B. By B. Suppose A is let's take any value. A is suppose 4 and B is equals to 0. And we want C, so this place of we want C. Okay, now run it. Okay, here. Otherwise, what you will do, I'll put it in try block. Okay. Then catch block. Exception. Okay, in exception, I'm typing. There is some error. I'm just writing like that only. So error is the number cannot be divided by 0. See here, run. Okay. Since b equals to 0, so number can't be divided by 0, so it will jump exception occurs because we are not getting the output. Number 4 is not divided by 0, so we are not getting output. We are not getting output means there is exception. Whatever type exception, it will show only there is some error. It will show at the console there is some error. Whatever type of exception. Okay. Suppose here I'm mentioning 0 also. 0 divided by 0. 0 divided by 0 is also not possible. Again, exception occurs, it again jump here. Suppose I'm 0 here and I'm mentioning here 4. Here I'm getting output 0. Because 0 can be divided by 4, output will be 0. Or I'll mention here 10. 10 divided by 4, it will be 2.5. But since I have mentioned it's integer type, so it will show the integer. So, for lengthy programs, there can be exceptions, unintentional exceptions. So what we will do, we'll define this try and catch block. So for that, your normal flow will not be disturbed. Okay, normal flow will not be disturbed, and you will understood if exception occurs. So we'll protected code. This is called protected code, actual code. That will be inside the try block. Your protected code, or you can say your actual code will be inside the try block. Okay. And here we mentioned this exception. This is syntax. Okay. You will not type anything else. You have to mention catch, you have to mention exception, you have to mention it. This is you have to learn. Okay. And here you can write out of bound error, there is some error, there is some problem, whatever. So due to this exception, your normal flow will not disturb and your whole statement will be executed. The whole program will be executed. If exception will not handle, it will stop, it will stuck over there only. That is the concept of exception. So by this, your module 2 is over. Okay, in module 2 is still in groups. There you will learn how to create constructor, object ratio, okay, how to call public protected these methods. Then we will learn this. We have learned the 4 concepts, actual concept, that is encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, and abstraction. And apart from it, we have learned how to handle the exception handling. So in OOPS, there are 4 main methods: encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and then we have learned exception handling by this module 2 over. And the next module will learn how to write the scripts, Selenium script. Okay, module 1 was Selenium Java, that is over. Module 2, that is Selenium, that is over. In the next class, we'll start module 3, Selenium script. Okay, till that time, take care. Bye bye. God bless you. We'll meet in the next lecture. Thank you.